They'll drop the throw, and that is incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They're going to look to throw. And able to find Conley. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
As the field starts to get condensed, the defense likes that a lot because now you don't have as much space to cover, but a well-run corner route there.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They'll set up to throw. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Rosas now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
21.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and set them down.
They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run it with Coleman. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
21. Let's go.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, 66 yards. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
Leopard! Detroit!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking deep downfield. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 58 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Leopard!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great effort there. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Giants add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now 21-7. Rosas now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check safety. Right. There we go. Let him go.
They toss to Freeman. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Get up! Right there. 56 to Mike. 54, Sam! Ready to go!
On 3rd down, it's Coleman. Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
21!
They'll try and throw for it here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Damon Harrison, the one on the stop. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
This is Coleman. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. A gain of 3, second down. Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency. Coleman now. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. This is first and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now it's Ryan. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out first and 10.
Detroit!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man right side is Ingram. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup, as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. This is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A toss play left. There goes Devontae Freeman. And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Freeman. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. But down 2 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it. Well, didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play. And they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, they must have felt like they couldn't risk not taking a shot here and giving up that chance.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. This is Breida. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Looking to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Vic Beasley in there to bury him for a loss of 11. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! 3:19! 3:19!
Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier.
Detroit!
Now they're out there
Detroit!
again to try once more.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking for Shepard deep. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Gun!
Now Ryan on 2nd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football. The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. Man open. That's Robert Foster complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Coleman. And he he's going to take this one down to the 25. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
22.
On 3rd down, that's Coleman. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Freeman. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. Bryant's extra point up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. New York set to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Back now in Atlanta. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. And Ingram hauls it in. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll set up a throw. And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. Oh, no, he lost the football. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Breida. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Back 99 Philly, here we go! Gun! 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 Gun!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Going deep downfield for Ross. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A big play there. 61 yards. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Rosas now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunity.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Dalvin Tomlinson coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12.
11.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Falcons on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
All right, here we go.
They run with Breida. Oh, spinning away. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants add on to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Rosas now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Gun. Ready. Black 25.
Throwing again. Ryan escaping the pressure right. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Hey, express! 11. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Let's go.
Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's got his man on the out route. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed.
It's caught at the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And give him a gain of 37. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Powers through. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Well, that wasn't a completion, but it wasn't a sack either. So the good takeaway, able to extend the life of the play. Normally you would think he'd just take off and run downfield. He was trying to find an open receiver, unable to do so.
Back to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vic Beasley in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 11 yards, but still not enough. 4th down. And he'll try and throw here on the fake. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. So out come the Falcons now. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They're going to look to throw. Over the middle to Beckham. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Now let's go. 319. 319.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
And when you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
Let's put up or shut up time. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, well, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go. And that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
And it seems like they've been running uphill all game. Atlanta now coming out on the field. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship, and do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Till next time, we say so long from Atlanta.